up? This your boy Boss. Welcome back to the channel. As always, I appreciate y'all for coming through, kicking it with your boy, man. Just checking out the videos. Like the shirt say, it's no days off, and I'm back with another video for you guys, man. So today, I'm going to be moving some fish over to my 60-gallon aquarium over here. Currently, right now, it's housing two different types of Severns in there, and I want to add some more peaceful fish to that tank. So I'm going to be adding my chocolate cichlid into this tank, my small Oscar that I'm growing out, and then over here in this aquarium I'm going to be adding my two electric blue cars along with my flag festum. So this should be a really good peaceful tank and should bring a lot of color, and I think it's going to look really good. Eventually we're going to be turning this tank into a discus tank, but I'm not ready to start working on it yet, so I might as well utilize it and give these fish a better home. So that's what's going on today. Oh, and I got some new fish that I want to show you guys, so you're gonna have to wait to the end of the video. And I'm sure you've probably never seen these fish before, and if you have, they're rare. I've never seen them. So let me get everything situated. We'll get these fish in here, and then I'll show you guys the other fish, so stick around. So I'm finna start catching the first fish and adding them to the 60-gallon. Let's do our Oscar Raider first. He's going to look good up in here. I got two nets. I'm finna double net them up. We got him. Oh, splash season. Splash season. All right, Raider is going into his new home. And all the water temperature is the same down here in the fish room, so I don't have to worry about trying to acclimate him to this tank or nothing like that. And he is in. He over here in the corner. You guys probably can't see him. Once I get all the fish in, I would definitely give you guys a closer look at everything. Now the next one, let's do, oh, he almost jumped out. Come on, buddy. That's why you use two nets. Scare them into the other one. Pro tip. But the next fish is going in is this chocolate cichlid, man. Beautiful fish. Is definitely going to look dope in here once he gets settled in. Beautiful, man. I love the chocolate cichlids. They're super dope fish. All right, so that's two fish in there now. The last fish I'm going to put in here is my leaf fish. Very interesting fish. They get pretty big and they can be aggressive. So we got him in there. He done went straight into hiding. All the fish are pretty scared right now. They're not going to be out and about doing much. Now we got those guys in there. The next thing I want to do is catch some fish out of this tank over here, get the electric blue cars and the flag festums. Then I think that's going to be the stocking for this tank. So let me switch the camera around and we'll get those guys. The next fish we're going to add in here is these two electric blue cars. I got another pair that you guys probably have seen on the channel that are breeding. This pair haven't did anything, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in here. Got the first one. Let's get them up in there. Nice. So this is pretty much going to be like a South American tank. That's kind of like the goal with this, to have a nice South American tank. And then eventually all these fish in here are going to go over to my 120-gallon once I get it all set up. But I'm still just waiting on some things to come in the mail before I can set that tank up. So we might as well let these guys live out in this tank and have a nice new home. So let's add the other one in here now. Boy in there looking good. I don't know if you guys can see him, but I will definitely give you a closer look here soon. Nice, nice, nice. All right, now next thing I want to catch is these flag festums, and these things hide so much. They ain't here in front of this driftwood, so let me see if I can get there. Ooh, he a little jumpy. I got the flag festum male. This dude is huge. Oh, splashing in my face, huh? It's a big fish. I've had these guys about 6 months now. Very skittish fish. But hopefully, they used to be in this tank, and they was a lot more active in this tank than they have been since I moved them out. So hopefully, once everybody gets settled in, everybody should be out right in the front swimming, looking for food. That's the plan. So that's the male. Let me go ahead and catch the female now. She is looking good. Go ahead and get her up in there. I've yet to get these guys to breed, but when they was in this tank, they used to lay eggs all the time. So now we got a nice bonus fish that's going to go in here. These are two raw rules that I had picked up about a month or so ago, and I want to go ahead and get these guys in here as well. so they can start to grow. And I think these are going to be some beautiful fish once they get nice and big. They're pretty ugly right now, if you have to ask me, but soon they're going to be some beautiful fish and have the nice red eyes. As you can see, we got the fish in. The electric blue cars is already looking nice in here. Everybody else is hiding behind that decoration right there. So I'm going to go ahead and give this tank to the morning for the fish to get settled in, and then I'll pick the camera back up and we'll do a little feeding on them. So stay tuned. So it's been about 4 days since we added all the fish into the 60-gallon aquarium. As you can see, everybody is out and about looking good and swimming. I went ahead and added some more fish in here that you guys didn't see. I went ahead and put the leaf fish in here as well. He's still fairly small, but he's getting big. And then I think, yeah, I told you guys I was putting a flag festum. You can see how big that male is. The female is right here hanging out. So we got our electric blue cars, we got our raw rules, and then we have our green severums in here. And then the Oscar, he's back over here hiding out because I just got done feeding him before I turned the camera on. So he's back there hiding out, and the chocolate cichlid is back there as well. We'll go ahead and put some more pellets in here. I was feeding these guys off camera. I said, well, you know what? I think I should have just finished the video. We're going to get these guys fed up. Now, far as the scape of this tank, I'm not happy of it at all. You guys know I don't really like a lot of fake stuff. I like the natural aquariums, but I had to keep this stuff in here for right now until I make the next big move. So I kept a piece of little artificial wood I had in here. I just moved it over to the side, and then I went ahead and put in like some tall fake plants just to bring some type of greenery to this tank because it was just looking just ridiculous without it. So I got that in here. I'm not satisfied with it. I don't like it, but it looks good for right now. I'm just going to roll with it for a few weeks to a month, and then I'm going to be upgrading all these fish very soon anyway. So this is just pretty much a temporary tank for these guys. I just want to have something that look good for right now. So hopefully, like, our raw rules get a little bit bigger, the leaf fish get a little bit bigger, and our severums continue to get big as well. And then hopefully we can move everything over to a bigger tank. I can't spoil what I'm gonna do, but I got some dope stuff coming in the future for these fish. So just wait, wait your turn. It's gonna come, you know. The grind don't stop for sure. But look at that flag festive bell. He is huge. So that's what's going on. You guys let me know, did we take a W on this today? And oh yeah, let me show you guys the new fish that I just picked up. So these are the new fish that I was just picked up that I was telling you guys about. I've had these guys for probably about a week now. I got these from one of my local breeders. Now these fish are called ornamentus. I'll pop up the scientific name of these guys on the screen. But they're pretty much a shell dweller, but they're technically not a shell dweller. They're more of a shell spawner. They like to spawn within the shells, but they mainly like to just kind of be out and about swimming like they are right now, or kind of like hiding up under rocks. You can see they kind of made some little caves under rocks, but I did put a shell in here just in case they did want to breed. So I picked up 8 of these guys, and I find this fish very, very interesting. They kind of remind me of like a goby in a way. They kind of like perch and just kind of like hang out on things. You can see they got them fins in the front, and they just like sit on the rocks and just hover there and kind of perch like a goby. And I just think that is so interesting. That's just one thing about fish, period. I can find anything interesting about a fish and fascinated about a fish. So I picked these guys up. I think they're pretty rare. I've never seen them in person. I've never really seen too many people with these. So I had to grab them, and I got them for a really, really good price. And my plan is to breed these guys in the future. Right now, I just got them quarantining, or just not even necessarily quarantine. They're just living in this 10-gallon aquarium right now. And I think I'm going to upgrade them to something a little bit bigger because I am noticing them being a little bit territorial, especially when I'm feeding. Like right now, I'm kind of feeding them some little sinking pellets. So they get a little territorial once the food gets in the tank. But for the most part, they're pretty chilled fish. So just wanted to give you guys a look at these, and I would definitely keep you guys updated on the future of these fish. And hopefully, like I said, we can breed them. But they are an awesome little fish, and they got a little bit of color and some patterns to them too as well. Not the most beautiful fish, but they're so interesting in their own right. So that's the new fish. You guys let me know, did we take a W on them? Before I get up out of here, I got to give you guys an update on the African cichlid tank. You can see all the activity and action going on. I just put some food in here, so these guys are going nuts. But they have pretty much made this little rockscape into like a little hotel. That's what I call it, a little hotel. You can see they moved all the sand down there. and there's tons of rocks that's behind this first rock structure right here. So it's like a pretty much a little hotel for them, and they in here breeding. I haven't had any problems. I've been pulling and stripping a lot of females out of this tank, and it's just been doing amazing. So for the people that say you can't put a bunch of Africans in the tank, or Mabunas and peacocks and haps and all these different species, Lake Victorians even, I even got Lake Victorians in this tank. You can see that this tank is functioning really well, and I haven't had any problems, and we're getting some fry out of this tank as well. So just wanted to give you guys an update on that before we get up out of here. But that is going to be pretty much it for today's video. We'll be adding some fish to this tank probably in the next video or so. I got a bunch of Africans that I'm going to be putting in here as well, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. If you're new around here, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on your post notifications so you can be notified when I drop more videos. I'm out of here.